All right, first video for 2016. Um, last two wars. So we lost this one, 72, 78, and we were clearly outgunned here. We had one TH-11. They had four. Um, and then as you went down further, I think they had a slight edge on the nines. All they had us on Infernos. Their Inferno cities went down to City 7. Ours went down to City 5. So we were easily a 5, 6 point underdog, depending on how you calculate it, maybe as much as 10. Got off to a really bad start in this war, really bad. Finished strong. You see near the end there. Matt came in with a three-star late on a 9. Ike got one. Reaver improved a 10 to 2 stars. There's another one Matt got 3 on. He's just been, his 9.1 has just been dominating the 9s. Spas had a couple of those attacks that were in the 95 to 98% range. It really was that kind of day. MJZ's 9 went up and got 3 stars on a TH10. But yeah, flipping back to the beginning of the war, you'll see we had loads of problems there. So 3 or 2 star, 1 star, 2 star, 1 star, 1 star, on down the list, and we started cleaning up a little bit better. Then another 2 star, and then a push, then a 1 star up high, then another 1 star. So you see in there, and then another 1 star. Just a little bit off our game, and they hit us pretty well high. So we actually did okay on the 7 or the 10s. We got all the 10s to 2 star, but it was the 11s that were the problem. We got a total of 4 stars on 4 of the 11s, and on our top 4 cities, they got 8 stars. So right there, that was 4 of the 6-point deficit just on the top 4 cities. So we played okay, but we were outgunned. And then the most recent war was a blowout win. And let's see. Yeah. So here you saw they didn't really do anything, hardly at all, high against us. They tried our 211s, missed. Reaver and I have very similar bases. They didn't even try those. They got 2 on Ikeir, missed Ilkar, 2 on Icarus. So basically, if your name started with an I and a K, you were going to have trouble here. And there are 9.1s, 2 stars on those, on down. They did get a 3 on one of our 9, a couple of our 9s, actually. But overall, there's a complete miss on a 9. There's a 1 star on the 9. On down, I'm guessing they probably didn't clean the 8s here. Yeah, there's and Jaw, 2 stars. So these guys just had a lot of bumpy runs. But go ahead here and show some of the attacks. So this was very much an air target. I think pretty much we didn't need to send an 11 in after this one. Most of our 10s could have got that, and because the air defenses were so far to the outside there. Yeah, it did have the Eagle artillery firing, but really that was just a really bad layout. I mean, it was the most upgraded city they had, but it was a really bad layout. Air was the right approach. Got that. And then here's Denny. He's new. Haven't actually seen this attack. It's a ground attack. This was the first time with us, and there was some conversation, I guess, regarding his base because he's not all that upgraded. But my thinking right now is not being all that upgraded may not be a horrible thing. So we used to argue against rushed bases, but low defense type cities, if you can attack, are okay. And there he is. He got 55% on that. So he critiqued his own attack quite a bit afterwards. A couple of things were dropped not quite right. And then here's another one of the 11s, another air target. As you can see, the air defenses are just a mess here. They've got one air defense outside at 12 o'clock, completely out of the picture. So Reaver does what you would expect. He comes in with his hero Royal Kill Squad to take out the air defense up front. And what that's going to do is give him a pretty good amount of time here to actually release his hound. So you'll see once the drags start coming out, I think he picks off the town hall. Yep. And he actually didn't kill everything with it, so he had to finish that up, had a quake spell sitting around. But he still has a while to drop on the hound, and he does. And he actually freezes the air defenses and that air sweeper, which really allowed him to blow right through the center of the city. And yeah, the warden was there spitting out a little bit, and the eagle was spitting a little bit, but really had no trouble. And that's why I was saying I think pretty much any of our 10s that run drags could have got one. And then let's see, who is this? Oh yeah, that's me. So this was the last 10 to go. TJ scouted it, and I think he's playing with his king down. But he almost got it with a much lower upgraded queen. So with king and queen, it was pretty easy to take out. And I'm just going to pause this for a second and slow it down. This base is really asymmetrical at this point. And you do have an air sweeper coming at you. So as you've seen, I've only released 10 dragons at this point. And I really want to try and even this. So this is a flow rate problem. Okay, I want to get the flow up. And once I've got it all up and a nice clean line across there, then I can release the last 2 dragons, which are going to take off pretty much towards the town hall. Actually, I missed a little bit, and they drifted a little bit off to the left, but that was okay. They were picking up fire that would have hit the dragons that were right on the town hall. So that was, we used to lay out attacks on an app called Sketch, and you'd say up front what you were going to do. And I'm seeing more and more with these dragon attacks. You just can't lay them out up front. You send your heroes in, they chew out a part of it, and then you go, okay, now how do I deal with the rest and still get to the town hall? So that's what that attack was. And down here, CV. So he does a lot of queen walks, and he's got 4 healers here. So I'm guessing there's some walking involved here. And sure enough, there is. There goes the queen. He drops a quad quake on top of that air defense. The healers are still going. And then he's got a bunch of stuff in the middle. There goes the town hall, walking around. Really easy 2-star there. So good ground attack there. Reaver. This base I thought was going to be the toughest of the 11s to hit with air. Apparently, Reaver didn't think it was that bad. So he came in, and same thing. Now the base is once again pretty asymmetrical, but that air defense is easy to take care of. Yeah, he's got the sweeper, but I think he froze the sweeper, at least tried to freeze the sweeper. I'm not sure if he got it. And it really was the heroes kind of clearing out that left side that enabled us. So that was another pretty asymmetrical type drag attack where you just had to figure it out throughout the way. And here's Ike, ground attack, go wee wee. Yep. Yeah, Golem, Wizard, Witch, P.E.K.K.A. And he hits from a corner, something that I personally have had 0 luck doing. But there's a couple guys I've seen here from the corners and do it successfully. And he's got the queen in there. The golem's tanking enough that even with all that tremendous amount of heat right around the town hall, he cuts through it and is at at 47%, and now just somehow needs to squeeze out that last bit, and there it is. Problem solved. And MJZ, so this was a TH9, getting 2 stars on a 10. He's running Quad Quake. Go Val, incredibly bizarre attack. He never ran this when he was with us before. MJZ, he just pops up over Christmas, and then he goes back to school. Ran a couple of experimental attacks in the prior war. A number of guys did because we knew we would beat, and then came in with this one, which worked out quite well. I didn't realize he had his Valks that upgraded. And then, oh, here's Greg again. And going 3-star on a TH10, and you'll see this isn't really very well upgraded at all. Threw in a Quake down there just because I had one, and I'm not sure if I had a scout on this one or not. To know if there was any problem in the clan castle. If it was just a witch, I wouldn't have. I mean, if it was just a hound, I wouldn't have worried about it. But yeah, it is a dragon in there, so I did need to drop the poison on there, take a little bit out. And you saw the 4 air defenses in the middle weren't very upgraded. So once they were gone, there really wasn't much defense here. Finally got down to that one last archer tower that had a little bit of oomph left in it, but had just enough to take it out and get that. So that was that. And let me see. I think the next one, Ikir came in and got this. I haven't seen this attack yet either. So it's a Quad Quake, and 3 golems, 8 witches. So he's really going mostly. Yeah, this is a heavy witch attack, pretty much hocus pocus. A little bit of supporting troops in there to mix it up. Probably, I didn't see what he had in the clan castle. My guess would be witches, because you get the upgrade to witch 3 there. So he just saw this as a witch saturation opportunity, and that is pretty much how he ran it. And he does have, he's probably the only guy we have that has the level 40 AQ. And sure enough, he was in there with a little bit of minion action at the end. And yep, 2 more witches, so 2 maxed witches. So we actually had 10 witches in that. So yeah, that was definitely Quad Quake hocus pocus attack. So nicely done, Ikir. And then down here is Matt, 3-starring. Wow. Oh, so this is not a 10, or is it a 10? Okay, it is a 10. 2 single target Inferno, so yeah, he's probably going hog heavy, and sure enough he is. So this is another one that you could have run an attack similar to the one Ikir ran, the witch heavy attack. But the reason witches were better on that other city than this one is that was a much more open layout, whereas here you do have a fair amount of cell structure in there that the witches would have had trouble dealing with. So great run by Matt. Okay, I probably pushed people's attention span about as far as they can go. We'll go ahead and show a Kyle attack. Kyle really runs, well, this is something different. Who knew? So he's been running Jahiho almost exclusively for, I would say, the last 6 months, and surprised to see him pull this attack out, and he ran his loons past a live dragon. I saw MJZ do that a couple of wars ago. Just kind of shows the power of the heal spell, or the poison spell. He had 2 poisons there to deal with the CC dragon, and that got it done. So yeah, interesting. And so that's 2 of them. So he had 2 3-stars this war. So it's really, that's kind of the nature of this beast. You know, one war you're struggling, Next war, you're tearing it up. And so this is his normal attack, Jai-Hiho. So got the dragon out again, poison, taking care of it. And then he tends to send his hogs more in a group. Some people split their hogs into two trains, and he tends not to. And looking at this attack at this point, I would not have guessed this would have gone 3 stars. But sure enough, basically the healers behind the queen were able to do it, and the queen stayed alive until that last air defense got taken out. So yeah, that was interesting. It looked like it wasn't going to work out, but had the queens and healers lined up perfectly and pulled it off. So there you go. And Spaz, so he struggled last war. I mean, I don't want to say struggled. He just had 2 attacks that were almost there. That was kind of the story of last war, where he had like a 95 and a 98% attack in there running. He also runs Valks, like the attack you saw from MJZ there earlier at the TH10. But this is the standard, tried and true Jai-Hiho, which really took care of this base quite nicely. Okay, that's probably it. I'm not quite sure how long I've been talking here. Yeah, way too long. Almost 17 minutes. So I'll go ahead and call quits on this and go ahead and post it. But yeah, good start to the year in DC, and we're talking about maybe doing a 50 by 50 war next, trying to organize that.